guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. It's only been 3 days since the last one, but it feels like an eternity. I'm not even joking. But anyway, welcome. How are we doing? Happy Friday, because I'm going to get this build out on a Friday. It's the last thing I do. It is 3 o'clock right now, and this is going out 6. So, last minute. Thank you. Well done, Sam. So, basically, we're back again in Glimmerbrook because I'm totes obsessed, by the way, with this new world. I don't know. I kind of like having a theme, but I must say I have all the builds, kind of the references for the builds ready to go. Apart from maybe the last one. If you are eagle-eyed, I'm just going to give you a heads up. In the background, you can see what the last build in this world is going to be. Yeah, it's right there. It's bright red. You can't miss it. But yeah, I really like having a theme and going with it, so I think maybe that's something I'd like to kind of try and do moving forward. I always said I wanted to do a world renovation, but I don't know, maybe because this world is so small, it's not so scary when I say I'm doing a world renovation, and I'm just like, hey, I can do this, blah, 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 blah. I've only got like how many builds to go? So yeah, maybe I may try and do that for other worlds. Maybe that could be a thing. So we've got some kind of direction. I think I'd probably want to simultaneously work on 2 different worlds, because I think it would be a little bit boring if, for example, I picked, I don't know, ultra modern or mid-century modern for a world, and all of my videos for like, I don't know, 6 weeks were just mid-century builds. I think that'd be pretty boring. So maybe work in 2 worlds at the same time. Or another thing I was thinking of was maybe showcasing different styles of builds, different architectural styles. You can have mid-century, you can have Victorian as in Gothic, we can have Italianate, we can have Second Empire, we can have, I've forgotten, what are different build styles? Why are they gone at we can have Baroque. What else can we have? We can have all different styles. Anyway, I was thinking of maybe doing that, so it's not necessarily a history lesson because I'm not about that life, but more of a, hey, this is this particular house style, these are the most common features you'd see on this house style, and here is one for you to put down in The Sims. So I thought that might be kind of cool. Then we will have, I am here all about variety most of the time. I'm very much somebody that likes to have a variety of builds on the channel, because I do not want you to suddenly think, oh my god, this is so boring, she does the same build every single time, like, oh. Yeah, I don't ever want to elicit that kind of reaction from someone, so I like to keep it, well, say spicy. So this is about the longest run I've ever done on having similar or themed builds, is this Glimmerbrook, but I must say they are all kind of different. This one is more cottage-like. See, I'm just shrinking everything down. I think you would have seen me just tilt the camera so that it was at eye level with the build, and I was looking at it and I was like, the proportions of this are just off. So I shrunk everything in. But yeah, I'm just, all of these, as I was saying, all of these builds in this world are kind of different. This one is very cottage-like. It's called Brooks Cottage, hence cottage-like. Very small, 1 bed, 1 bath. You'll see that in this build, I actually forgot to put a toilet in. Well, not just a toilet, a whole entire bathroom. So I did the floor plan off camera as per usual. Did it, I was like, oh, great. I'm a professional, I am. Look at this amazing floor plan. It makes total sense. And then I furnished the entire build, got to the last room, which was the kitchen, and went, uh-oh, there isn't a bathroom. Then I stopped recording and sort that out. So you'll see that in a little bit. But yep, it happens to the best of us. Totally forgot a bathroom. I think that's actually the first time I've ever forgotten an entire bathroom in a build. Yeah, it was in this one. Look, it was small. It's not my fault. So yeah, but as I was saying, these are all kind of different. This one's cottagey. We have an Italianate in the background, which I'm sure all of you are probably looking in the background to see more of the next, well, it's not even going to be the next build. I think it's going to be the build after. I don't know. But yeah, because I made a new wallpaper for the Italianate that's in the background. I made a new wallpaper for it, and I want to add it into the kitchen set when it is released. And that's why I'm delaying that. So I don't want to show it and release the video and then be like, yeah, but you can't get this wallpaper, because I want to not release it early and release it at the same time we let the kitchen pack be out for free. So yeah, I don't want to release that until you can actually use the build in its entirety. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's the only reason it's being held back. So maybe even the Magic HQ will be out before then, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we have the Italianate with the Cottage, we have a Second Empire, I think we have another Italianate for the library, Glimmerbrook library. I have to say, on Twitter, when I always do a tweet that shows the thumbnail for YouTube and then links to the video and links to the Tumblr post. So I realized after like 2 days of that tweet being out, I'd actually done a typo. If you don't know, typo queen here. And instead of saying Glimmerbrook, it says Glimmerbook library. And I've just got to say that is the best typo I've ever done, because it works out perfectly. My typo still makes sense. And I was like, people may even think I'm clever and pun-like. No, I'm not. It was not meant to be a pun. It was meant to just say Glimmerbrook. Yeah, I know. But yeah, so I think what else? The last house, I've got one more lot to start in this this Glimmerbrook world. I definitely want to do the Magic HQ. I'll probably build that in another world and then place it down there. Actually, no, though, because I know that if you completely bulldoze the Magic HQ lot, then the sages don't stay in the proper places they're meant to in the magic school. They move around. There's something in there that attracts them to certain areas of the build. So if you bulldoze it, then they just wander around. They're still on the lot, but they just wander around, not in the places they're meant to be. They're not attracted to the cauldrons, which would actually make a sensible idea if they were just attracted to their relevant cauldrons. It's not, it's something else. Don't know what it is. So it can't be replicated once you bulldoze it. So yeah, boo. But the last one I have to do in this world, I definitely want it to be, these have been very light and bright. This one here is particularly feminine and romantic-y stuff. The first one, Canyon Mansion, was kind of like that. Italianate is, yeah, it's probably gonna kind of be like that. So I want the Italianate is kind of my version of, it's just a regular family that lives there. It's not going to be very magical. I think it was kind of cool to have a whole world with people that are spellcasters, but you know, there's that one house that just doesn't have a clue what the hell goes on in the rest of the neighborhood. So I thought that would be that Italianate. But the last one I'm going to do, I definitely want it to be dark and moody, and definitely some kind of dark magic is going on in this place. So as much black, grey, I don't know, and brown or something that I could possibly do. That's going to be the last one. So yeah, haven't picked out the design for that quite yet, really. But yeah, I'm going to try and make it as dark and moody as possible. These are all lovely and white, and you know, there always has to be that moody one. Definitely probably have like gnarly trees in the garden, like half dead things. We'll probably a lot of using the vampire pack stuff as well, so yay. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again for all of the support. Since Realm of Magic has come out, there has been like a huge increase in the amount of people that are new to the channel, so welcome if you are new. And yeah, it's just been one crazy ride for like, I don't know, it's only been like a week, but it feels kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but you guys are just loving these builds, so I'm just like, okay, I'm inspired, so maybe that's what's translating. I feel really inspired to do these builds, and I have to tell you that I have had a lot of time off work. I think I've probably had 6 weeks off of work so far, just because there isn't a lot of work for me to do, so I haven't had to do any. So for the first 4 weeks I was doing the kitchen, which that seriously was a full-time thing. I was doing crazy hours on that set, I've got to tell you now. Crazy hours on that. So yeah, that took all my time. I really could not fit YouTube in and do that set. And then as soon as that set was over, we're back to YouTube, and this is the result. Like, what, a build every 3 to 4 days. So that's my aim at the moment. I have never had a real set schedule on the channel, and when I did, which I used to do CC free Sundays, it was too much pressure for my little brain to take. I'd be like, oh my god, I've got to do CC free and it's on a Sunday. Yeah, it was too much. So there's never going to be a schedule here, but my aim is every 3 to 4 days to have a video out now. And hopefully, now that I've got in the swing of things, even when I do stop back working full time again, I will hopefully still be able to keep up with this, because I'll still be inspired. You know, it's just getting in the habit. I kind of fell out of the habit of uploading so often, but now I'm back in the habit, so I'm happy, Bernie. When I first started the channel, I was like, that was all I did, was build. It was just like build, record videos. I remember there being like a bank holiday and I was off from work, and all I did was like, I've got this many builds to do and I've got this many videos to do, and I was like, whew, it was focused. And then I think I went away on holiday, and it just it never comes back. I don't know what it is. It's like when you do a diet, and the first time you do a diet, you're like, yes, I can do this, and you nail it, and you get to your goal, and you're like, yeah, I'm a skinny bitch. Then you put the weight back on, and then you try and do it a second time. You're like, oh man, this is harder the second time round. Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's my analogy of YouTube. It's quite an analogy, but we're gonna stick with it. Anyway, in this garden, let's get actually back to this build. Very cutesy. I use the mint green brick. This is base game brick, not the one that came with Realm of Magic. I am in love. Cannot tell you how much I love the brick texture that they patched in. They also didn't mention this in the patch. It's called Ornate Brick, by the way. They didn't mention it in the patch whatsoever. I didn't even tell you it existed, but it matches the Realm of Magic brick, which has the trim on it and everything. So it's gorgeous. I also put it in the kitchen. I've put it, I think I just put it in the kitchen, maybe in the living room as well. I'm not too sure. No. I swapped something out. But you're going to be seeing me use that a lot. There was another brick patched in, I think, when Get Famous came out, and that was like one of my favorites. But then you compare that one to this one that just came out, this ornate brick, and I'm just like, oh no. Like the other one that used to be my favorite, to me now just looks like flat and too perfect. But this one is like, it's got all kind of bumps and cracks, and not really cracks, but it's just got personality. And wallpapers with personality and that aren't perfect are just so much nicer. They make a build look more realistic. Not that The Sims is really that realistic, but it brings the whole build to life. Those tiny little details are what bring a build to life. That's just, it's just fact. It's like kind of like 3D modeling. I remember when I was learning 3D modeling, and the guy said basically most of your time is going to be spent making your model look imperfect, because everything is perfect. If everything's perfect, it's just like, meh. You need to make it look imperfect. You need those little creases on pillows. You need little tiny extra definitions. Like your eye is really intelligent. It can tell when something is too perfect. It can tell if it's too symmetrical. It can tell all that stuff. So yeah, that's my little hint and tip. I know lots of people are like, oh, we want build tips, and I've got to say, just make it look imperfect. And it's just more pleasing to someone's eye. I very, very rarely put a rug down straight in this game. You'll notice I place a lot of things while holding down the Alt key. That's just to make it a little bit different to straight. It's just off, and it's like, yeah, it works. If everything's square and no. Your brain just your eye just doesn't like it. So yeah, that's my tip of the day. Still got to think of a build I want to do for a Let's Build, because I would like to give you more tips. I've had actually quite a few people reach out and ask for tips and stuff, slide it into my DMs, and I'm more than happy to help people that ask, but you know, I can obviously get to a wider audience if I do a Let's Build. Yeah, so hopefully that should be coming to the channel very soon. Not too sure, you know, everything. I just babble in these voiceovers and then nothing happens. So just don't listen to what I say and we'll be fine. Well, apart from the whole alt placing of stuff, yeah, that's great. So yeah, we're into the interior. I kind of went almost a little bit eclectic bohemian, but very light and bright in this place. The bedroom, I love the rugs under the bed. I am a huge multi-rug under a bed kind of gal in builds, not so much in real life, because my bedroom has carpet. Yeah, I know. So no rug for me whatsoever under my bed, and it wouldn't even look good under my bed because I have those IKEA beds that have the drawers underneath. So yeah, no cutesy rug under there. But in this build, I think it really looked good with the multiple rugs. I use that rug throughout. That is by Felixander. So in this build, I forgot to say the CC. CC is by Felixander, Brazen Lotus, and myself. Brazen Lotus, I use the windows for the side. I'm gonna call it conservatory. Side conservatory is by Brazen Lotus. Or did I use the in-game ones? No, definitely use Brazen Lotus. Yeah, those are the windows. That's the only thing by Brazen Lotus. So you could, if you don't want to download Brazen Lotus and stuff, you can just put in regular, the shortest wall height, full height base game windows. You can just replace those. But it has lots of Felixander content in it and my content. I have used some kitchen plants in this. If you didn't know, I collaborated with Felixander this month. But should we call it this month or last month? I don't know. In this current month, there is a current collab going on. Well, actually, we worked on it last month. We released it on the 2nd of September. Are we in September? Yeah, we are. We released it on Patreon on the 2nd of September. For $5 patrons and above, you get the kitchen set, which is a 55-piece kitchen set. I highly recommend it. I have not used the kitchen units in this, but I've used all the clutter items and the plants. It will be out for general free release on the 3rd of October on probably both of our Tumblrs, I presume. But yeah, for this one, I didn't really want to use the kitchen units. I thought these parenthood ones look kind of cute in here. So yeah, I went with that, but definitely in a future build, I think in the Italianate, I'm going to use the kitchen counters, and I really do need to show them off a little bit more. So I think maybe I should put in like an apartment speed build. I really think like a Scandinavian apartment would be cool. I've done one before on the channel, but this was like way back in the day. So I'd love to do another one. I don't know. Just chucking ideas out there. But yeah, I'm so happy and glad that so many of you have downloaded the kitchen. By the way, if you think I'm saying kitchen wrong, it's not. It's kitchen. It's got no T in it. It's equals kitchen. So yeah, I'm so happy that you guys seem to love the set. Those of you that have got it already on early access, and I will put the link down below for it. It's patreon.com/Felixander, and it was so much fun doing it. It was definitely a labor of love, as I said. Crazy hours spent on that, but we wanted to kind of go all out for that set. So maybe not expect 55 pieces for the next set. But yeah, we'll definitely have to do another collab sometime in the future. But yeah, it was a labor of love. It's got counters, 64 swatches, people. on the counters, on the island. The cabinets have 16 swatches, because cabinets don't need 64, because all the different countertops variations is why it goes up to 64. And loads of clutter. All the clutter you can see on the worktop there is from the set. It's just would definitely be my go-to. This hanging plant here as well is in the kitchen set. It comes tall, medium and short wall height, so it'll hang the perfect amount down from the ceiling. So 3 different variants of that. But yeah, it's just, I would love to do another kitchen CC build thingy. It's called a set. That's it. I would love to do another set in the future. I definitely have a design that I have my eye on. But yeah, I think it will probably just be let me do the counters, the island, and maybe like a table and chairs and bar stool or something, like a smaller set. This one was kind of 55 pieces, clutter everything, but the next one is definitely going to be just more compact. We're going to call it compact. Here we go. We are onto the last room, which is the bathroom, which didn't exist before when I was doing the kitchen. You'll just see I just slightly took a few squares away from the kitchen and put in this bathroom. I have done here like a built-in kind of would-be window seat, but not kinda is, I don't know. So yeah, that's of course not functional, but it looks kind of cute. I thought the room was a little bit too long. I could have just put a wall there and made the room shorter, but it just wouldn't have looked as cute. So I thought we'll just make a feature out of this end bit and make it into a seating area with candles. Yeah, if you're new here, I love candles and builds, and there are so many candles in this place that yes, it is a complete fire hazard. Don't do this in real life, but in the Sims game, candles are everything, candles are life, and I don't think I got to use them in any of my recent builds. What is the man? I didn't do the interior, so candles outside. Mind you, sometimes I do candles outside, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so this build is almost finished. As I just want to say again, linked to download, and also all of the CC will be linked on that Tumblr post, so go and click the link in the description box. Also, this is available for download up on the gallery. I always upload my builds to the gallery, plus have them on Tumblr, so either place that you want to go and find them. My origin ID is hey_Harry. And I will be back very, very soon with another build, some kind of dark and moody thing, or maybe a build to show off the kitchen. I'm not too sure yet. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!